Paul Walderzak was a solid three-sport athlete at Arthur Hill High School, graduating in 1974. He wrestled for one season and participated in track and field for 3 years. His shot put of 56.6 his senior year won the indoor meet at Central Michigan University. Walderzak played football for 3 varsity seasons at Arthur Hill at offensive tackle and was a key member of the Lumberjacks Class A state championship team in 1973 that went undefeated and unscored upon. He was named All-Saginaw Valley, All-Area, and All-State by United Press International.
The last story I tell you about Paul concerns Ed Perriard. Look how lucky we were. Come in as sophomores, and Ed Perriard is our coach. It's a two-edged sword. Those early days were tough because Ed Perriard could mix it up with anybody, including Paul Walderzak, no problem whatsoever. There was a time when we were running practice in our senior year, and Ed is upset with something that's going on. He puts on the yellow dummy on the arm, he gets in the middle, he said, "We're gonna make this look right." And I remember standing on the offensive line getting ready to run a play, and I look down at Paul, and he looks at me and goes, We laid out Ed Perriard just like you can't believe. Coach Eiler's sitting on the sidelines laughing, going, "I told you, don't go in there." And it's because of what he taught us. And it was great. It was absolutely great. But, Paul and I are on the same wavelength. I'm looking at him, and, here's this very, stoic kind, and he's looking at me going, "Oh, yeah, let's do this."
Paul Walderzak received several scholarship offers before accepting a full-ride athletic scholarship to the University of Nebraska.
So I was extremely proud when he went to Nebraska. I thought that was really cool. I thought it was an excellent, excellent end for him.
Yeah, he stood out. He was always like the biggest guy in the field, so you knew when Paul was around.
He was on the greatest high school line I've ever seen.
During his playing time for Nebraska from 1974 to 77, the Cornhuskers finished in the top 10 twice and spent time as the #1 ranked team in the nation. After turning down an offer from the Hamilton Tiger Cats of the Canadian Football League, he went on to coach football at Standish Sterling Central High School for 32 years. During that time, he racked up a record of 175, 128, and 1 with 6 league titles, 11 playoff appearances, 3 district titles, and 1 semifinal finish when the Panthers finished 12-1 in 2008.
When I was a senior at Standish Sterling, I had no intentions of going to college. No one in my family went to college. Didn't even really know what college was. And on his own free time on a Saturday, got us hooked up, talked to the coaches, me and a couple other guys, and he took us around, and then I got the bug. I wanted to do that. I had to take the ACT. I didn't know what the ACT was back in 1983, and so he helped me with that. I wouldn't have gone to college without Paul. And I told him that day in my office, I wouldn't be sitting here in this capacity if it wasn't for him.
Paul Walderzak was named Associated Press Coach of the Year for Division 5-6 in 2013. Additionally, he was named the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association's Regional Coach of the Year 5 times. He is entering his 38th year of coaching track and field, and his teams have produced state qualifiers in the throwing events 26 times, including 6 state champions and 1 state record holder in the 400-meter dash.
I think on behalf of, Ed Perriard, one of our other assistant coaches who's obviously no longer with us, but, I think Ed would, if he were here today, that was always a crowning moment in his career to know that one of, players that he had some kind of an impact with got to play at his alma mater and, just following a national championship himself. So I think he would be thrilled, to death here right now that Paul was getting recognized as well.
Paul Walderzak has continued to compete in masters powerlifting and track and field events. He has won 8 state championships in the discus and throwing a 16-pound shot. In 2004, he placed 3rd nationally in the shot put and was named a Masters All-America at the age of 49. He was inducted into the Arthur Hill High School's Letter Winners Hall of Fame in 2005 and elected to the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2011.
We weren't just lucky, we were blessed. That gentleman comes in 1978, teaches to 2011, coaches, well, still coaching, and continues to help students better themselves, make them better people, make them the best they can be.